to the podcast that is called The Shift with Mike and Joe. We went over a bunch of nonsense before that I can't remember.
If I had a gun, I would literally...
God, you're going to talk about shooting me?
I would literally disassemble it.
And smack me with it?
Reassemble it.
All right, so what happened was I forgot to press record on the audio for about 10 minutes, and we started this podcast episode about 10 minutes ago, and we had some really...
It was magical.
It was like magical conversation, and none of it was recorded because I didn't press record.
All right. Wow.
So anyway, this is... Oh, we talked about the intro. We did it. Here we go. This is the intro that Mike and I came up with.
We did the intro, and it was great.
Let's do it
this
again.
is not going to be as good.
It goes like this.
The Shift with
Mike and Joe. That wasn't
as good. It was all right, but
anyway,
the timing wasn't.
Yeah, and I was laughing and I didn't.
But the whole idea is that it's heavy metal in the beginning, and then it's harmonized.
Yes, like you said that quote about Bible music and how it's a gift to the Lord from the Lord or something like that.
A joyful noise unto the Lord.
There you go. A joyful noise unto the Lord. All right. Anyway, today we have Nicholas.
Oh, there's somebody else here.
Nick.
What's up, Nick?
Hi, how you doing?
His friends call him Nick, so just try to not.
Yes. And we did confirm that we are now friends before we started recording. So, Nicholas Ray, welcome to the podcast that is called The Shift with Mike and Joe.
I'm very happy to be here.
We're glad
Thank you
you're
for
here.
having me.
Sorry for all the nonsense that's happened so far, but we are recording and everything is good to go.
Are you sure, Joe?
Yep.
I don't want to waste any
I
more
can see it going.
gold.
I know we've wasted a bunch of film and tape today already.
That reminds me of something I did.
Okay.
I forgot. I took my buddy out deer hunting. Mm-hmm. He never shot something in Maryland, right? Deer. Mm-hmm. And he's sitting next to me, and this deer walks out. And I'm like, hell yeah. So I bring my phone up, and I start recording. He takes a shot. Deer runs. He ends up missing the thing. But he's so excited, like he thought he hit it. So I kept the dream going for a little bit. Well, then I go to look at my phone, and I forgot to press record. So even if he had, I wouldn't even have gotten it. I was holding my phone there and like shaking, freezing. It was freezing. It was like 25 degrees outside. The wind was blowing in our face.
Right.
And I forgot to hit record. I was so mad at myself.
Yeah. I've never done that before today. It's the only time I've ever messed anything up before.
Yeah.
That happens.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we were saying earlier, Nick, you're fresh out of the Army, sort of fresh-ish.
Fresh-ish.
Yep.
October, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And you've been
You
doing
were
music
musically
full-time.
discharged.
Musically discharged.
Yes.
That's going to be a quote from now on.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I got out to play music, pursue a dream.
Cool.
Leave a little bit of stability.
So when you say you got out to play music, you mean like you had a choice, like I could either sign up another 6 years in the Army or however long it is, or I can pursue my MOS musical, which is military occupational specialty.
Ooh.
Correct. Yep.
Right. He didn't know it.
Yes, he did.
Yeah. So you could either do that or you could work on Chinooks and
Blackhawks.
Yeah, which are boats.
You have like a memory of an elephant.
Tanks.
Yep.
Even though that was only 10 minutes ago. I can't believe you remembered all that.
I'm pretty good.
Yeah.
And you chose to come out.
You have a
and do
pretty
music.
big head.
Now,
so
did you?
Your brain's probably kind of big.
Shut up, Joe. I only use 5% of my brain. It's illegal for me to use more.
Oh, that was pretty slick.
Yeah. And you are married, right?
Yep.
What's his name?
That was not cool.
I'm married to my music. Her name's Brandy.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. And you were saying, and I think I'm trying to remember with all the bases we covered here. We didn't actually talk about Brandy before, but how'd you guys meet?
We met in Ocean City during her senior week. I graduated high school like a year early.
You're done.
I was homeschooled, right? So
okay, cool, man.
I did all my work up front because I was just done with the idea of school.
Yeah.
And but it was her senior week in Ocean City, and I went up to meet her sister. So her sister and I had been friends forever, and I met Brandy for the first time, and then we hit it off and been together ever since. Been 8 years.
Wow,
That's awesome, man. Congratulations.
Yeah, way to go. How long you guys been married?
A year and a half. Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, we got married in 23.
Right on. So you said you were homeschooled. My kids are homeschooled. It's the way to go for any parents wondering. What was that like?
I think
Like, because you were back, that was back when it wasn't so normal, and like maybe, I don't know, maybe.
I think there's like a stigma with like homeschool kids, and I was always trying to fight that, you know, because
Yeah.
like everybody, like all of my friends went to public school, so it was like they would all be like, "Oh, you're this weird homeschool kid that doesn't have any friends." Blah blah. blah. Which
You're like,
now-
you're hanging out with me, bro.
right. But now it's like more widely accepted and normal.
Absolutely.
But back in the day, when I was homeschooled, it was interesting. I think like I come from like a super religious background. My mom is still, you know, super religious. I think she's going to be a saint one day. But her point of view with everything was like she wanted me to be a pastor. So like all of my like middle school and high school was like studying biblical theology and getting ready for all that. And I never wanted to do it, but I did it because mom wanted me to. So it was a lot of back and forth. Looking back on it, I'm happy that I was homeschooled. But in the moment, I was like, man, I got to sit at home with my brother and my sister. And all
Okay,
that, you
yeah.
know?
So you weren't into it at the time.
No, but I think looking back, I know that I never went to college, but when my wife went to college and was taking courses, I think I was more geared to, or more prepared for college than I think like your typical high schooler would be.
Absolutely, yeah. Awesome. So, you were in the Army, or okay, let's back up. So musically, you did. Sorry, there was like a little earthquake over here. You did piano growing up. You said, right? Classical piano growing up, and then you went into the Army. And tell us about the musical experience you had there.
In the Army?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I first started playing music, or first started playing guitar, and this is before I didn't even think I'd written a song yet, but I went overseas and I was stationed in Kosovo, which most people don't have any idea where that's at, but it's right by Serbia,
Okay.
in Europe. And we were right on the line, a post called Camp Bonsteel, but they had a church with like all these musical instruments, you know, drums, piano, like the shittiest guitars that you've ever seen, like ever seen. I replaced the strings on them when I got there, and I didn't even really know how to do it, but like you would have thought like a 3-year-old had been like using them as a hammer or something. Like they were awful. But I got them tuned up and started playing, and I played there every day for a year. I mean, one of the guitars there, and I wish I had had the chance to take it home, but they wouldn't let me. It's like the whole front of the guitar is just stained red with blood because I just like went at it.
Oh,
you know?
from you?
Yeah, from me. Yeah, like I mean, I just played as much as possible, and we worked from 6 to like 6 every day, just because I mean there really wasn't anything to do. Like we were like in this tiny little post. And like it was all fenced in, and it was either work on aircraft and kill time, or sit in your room and stare at the wall. Like there's really, or go to the gym. Like we did that a lot too, which I miss going to the gym every day. I looked a
Yeah,
lot
it's nice
different.
to have that built into your schedule.
But I spent a lot of time in the church, and I mean, we just played. I just played and played and played and played, and took videos and to try to mark my progress, and was sending them home every day to my mom and be like, "Hey, how does this sound?" You're like, "Hey, it sounds great, son," even though I didn't.
Why aren't you singing about God?
Yeah, yeah. But we got a chance to play at the church every Sunday, and
Cool.
That was pretty cool. Gave me a lot of experience playing with other people and learning how to do that, which is an art.
Yeah,
in
that's
itself. So
Yeah, it's a great place to learn too.
oh yeah,
Kind of.
So did you start gigging right when you got home from the Army?
pretty much. Yeah. So like I started writing. I think I wrote my first song, like either when I was overseas or right when I got home. And that's when I like fell in love with songwriting. And I had already learned like my set list has changed so much over the years, but I'm like big in like indie country. So like Zach Bryan, Tyler Childers, Jason Isbell, Charles Wesley Godwin, which is a hat I'm repping today.
I haven't heard him. The other artists I'm huge into, but I got to check him out.
Charles is one of the best songwriters and performers I've ever seen.
Okay.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of people play, and he is incredible. Just his vocal dynamics and everything, it's just impossible to match.
Interesting. Yeah, I'll have to check him out.
Yeah, he's incredible. He's like John Denver meets Zach Bryan meets Jason Isbell. He's just incredible.
Wow.
Yeah, we do. We cover a good bit all those people that you're talking about. For
Yeah, and he
Jason
just
Isbell's one of my favorites for sure.
he's awesome.
yeah. And I mean, like this, like Charles Wesley Godwin, he's like a storyteller, you know, and he had like one of the best storytellers. He's just, and takes you on a journey for 4 minutes through a song. It's just so cool. But my set list starting out when I first got back, that's when I started gigging, and that was like all indie country. So the popularity there, like people wanting to like sit and listen to songs they don't know, was a little iffy. And I played a lot of gigs, like a lot, you know, for free, like we all do.
Right.
And just to get my name out there, started doing all the open mics. Well, you know, I'm in the beginning, you know, you have to, like, I was telling people like, hey, I'll bring my family, we'll buy dinner, and I drink my weight in beer, you know.
Berkeley School of Music graduate.
Well,
College.
Whatever.
Anyway, shut up. Anyway.
I think that's the best way around here to get into music.
No, it's cool, man. I'm just messing around.
No, you could.
But so you do free gigs, and you were doing these sort of obscure things that no one recognized, kind of, they're saying. Okay.
And then I changed my set list a little bit towards like more classic country, which has done really well for around here, especially on the shore. I think a lot of people like classic country music, like most of it. Like I get in the weeds a little bit, like deep tracks, and people like, no, I've never heard that song before. But yeah, and then ever since then, I've been gigging around. After my first year, I really hit a stride, and now I feel like this year, by October 1st, I will have played 100 shows this year, which I think is pretty cool.
Nice.
For around here. I know there's people that play a lot more than that.
So do you primarily solo gigs?
No, so
Are you doing band gigs too? Or?
I'd say like maybe 10% of my gigs are solo.
Oh, really? Okay.
So I play, like I have a duo, which is, it's the Nicholas Ray duo. We haven't really come up, like we've been calling it Chesapeake Revival.
Okay, cool.
But I feel like we need a third to call it Chesapeake Revival, and the band name is Gunner's Rest. So
right, yeah.
80% of my show, well, 70% of my shows are probably duo.
Okay.
And it's like, we're just like dynamic. He plays a lot of like your, like Tom Petty, Eagles, like classic rockish and like just classic songs. And I stick to like country, and we mix it, and it works great.
So are you side manning for each other? Like he leads a song and you side man him, and then switch it up. Is that how you work it? Or?
Yeah, pretty much. Like it's almost like, I don't know if you guys have ever been like to like Nashville and seen like a writer's round, or seen like a duo. Like one person will sing a song, and then like Rob will sing a song, and I'll pick with him and help with like vocals and stuff like that, and then he'll do the same for me, and we just swap back and forth for like
that's a good way
couple hours.
Yeah, that's a nice.
See, when I did it, and Mike was just strictly my side man.
Joe would not let. He was like threatened by me doing it.
Sometimes he would get a little too squirrely, and I'd be like
people would be like, "Could you play a good song?" And Joe'd be like, "All right, Mike, like go ahead, you play this song. I'm gonna go to the bathroom." But he wouldn't, you know. No,
remember what were those things that you used to do all the time? Octaves or what?
Oh yeah,
Those chords. Like, stop playing that, Mike.
I would try to be tasteful, and Joe's like, "Don't be tasteful. I just want you to shred.
I want you to shred.
Just shred the whole time I'm
But not too
singing and
much.
everything." Yeah.
Don't overshadow me, Mike.
Yeah, but no, that's cool. So I mean, I think that's a great experience to be. You know, a lot of people get stuck in they can only lead or they can only side man, and I think it's good to be able to do both. You know, especially if you're gonna.
I'm sorry, and a little more interesting for like the audience too.
Yeah,
Change it up
totally.
some.
Yeah, my buddy Jesse Beck and I used to do that. We would just like rotate around, and it worked really well. It was great. It was like, because you know, it doesn't matter how good you are. 4 hours of the same person gets old to anybody. I think, you know, it's like if you're sitting there listening to the same person for 4 hours, it's like I'm ready to hear something different, you know. So it's a good way to go.
Are you doing a lot of 4-hour gigs, or are you sticking to 3 hours?
It depends on the venue, really. I mean, we play a lot of 4-hour gigs, but it's like a mix.
Yeah.
In the beginning, like a 4-hour gig to me was like so daunting, you know, especially when you're playing solo and when you're starting out, you know, having a 4-hour set is pretty daunting. But now, I mean, our duo, most of it's 4 hours.
Yeah. That's the difference of being 20 something and 40 something.
Well, I would think doing it like they're doing it though, 4 hours probably isn't. So
well, it's probably not as bad when like you're leading some songs and then he's leading, you're going back and forth. But yeah, I think Mike and I are on the same page. Most of our gigs are solo these days, but man, I will not do a 4-hour gig. Like I tell them, I should say, I really try not to. There are some times when I still do it, but man, 4 hours is so long.
They're pretty heavy. Yeah. What I've been doing like recently, like I used to play 45 minutes and then take like a 10-minute break or 15-minute break or whatever, and then go back up for another 45 minutes. But what we've been doing is we'll play for like the first hour, and then we'll take like a 10 or 15-minute break, and then play for an hour and some change, and then take like a 10 or 15-minute break and then close it out. Which like 3 sets is a lot better than 4, I think. I mean, even though you're up there for longer, but like in the grand scheme of things, it's like 3 or 4 more songs.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's still good for you for only taking a 10 to 15-minute break. I take like 20, 25-minute breaks even when I play 3-hour gigs. Like I usually play like the first set an hour, and like if I'm feeling okay, like I'll go over. I try to make that first set like longer, and then I'll take like a 20-minute break, maybe 25 minutes, and then I'll play like 45 minutes for the second set, and then I'll use my last set's usually like 30 minutes.
Same here.
I love that.
Me too. I love it's almost like not even a set. It's like
right, and it gets shorter as the time goes on.
Yeah,
you know, in that last set, you're like, ah, shit, I can get up here and do 30 minutes. That's no problem at all. You know, it feels like it's over pretty quickly. I sound like it's like a terrible thing. Like I'm going to work at Walmart. Like I can't wait for this shift to be over. It's terrible.
No, it does. As you get older, man, it's like it does. Like your body hurts more, and everything does sort of take a toll. And
I think as you do anything for a long period of time, like as a job, it does become less. Even if you love it, you know what I mean. It kind of becomes less thrilling as time goes on.
I find the more I get new songs. Like I'm way more into it if I'm like rotating in some new songs. You know.
Nick's gonna join the army after this.
Yeah, just
like fuck this music.
This doesn't sound.
I'm addicted to this shit, man.
I'm just joking, man.
I'm addicted to it. I've never been more passionate about anything.
Cool.
That's awesome, man. I mean, it's definitely good to be passionate about what you're doing for a living. So, I mean, you must be doing pretty well if you're doing music full time now.
Yeah, it's been busy. I feel like I've gotten rather good at marketing, which has helped me significantly. You just got to kind of like shove your name down people's throats until they're like, oh, I know who that is.
Right.
I mean, that's just like any business, you know?
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's a great point. So what do you do for marketing? Like what's your strategies?
So I'll share some.
Tell us step by step exactly
what you do. So like my position as far as like the business side of things go is like I've always made myself look like a little bit bigger than I am.
Like, you know, physically bigger?
No, like bigger as in like my fans or family think that maybe I'm 2 steps further than I actually am.
I got you.
And I feel like I've done that with social media where it's like I blow it up. Like I make sure that I post daily. I'm always keeping my schedule up to date. I'm making sure that the content that I put out is good. Like I'm not a big fan. Like sometimes my dad will come up and he has like this old ass Samsung phone. And he'll post a video of me singing. I'm like, Dad, you gotta look, because it doesn't sound good. You know?
I know what you mean. Yeah.
But I think as far as like what I do is just making sure that I post content daily on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Threads now, which is kind of weird, and YouTube and stuff like that, just to make sure that I stay relevant in the area. And then when I'm at gigs, like I'm always talking to people. I feel like making sure that you talk to people when you're playing, like let them know like, hey, cause like I play places that like people don't pay attention, you know, like people are having dinner or something, like you're just the background noise. And I think if you take the extra time to like talk to people and let them know, like get that personal connection, then it helps them go out and tell other people about you. I mean, word of mouth around here is like, either will make you or break you.
Yeah, so it's one of the biggest things for sure in a local.
Now, when you say talk to people, do you mean over the mic or do you mean like you go around and talk to people, or a little bit of both?
Well, I talk to people over the mic because I like to tell stories, but most of it is I just go around, right? And like I like talking, so like if you make eye contact with me, like we're good. But like a lot of places we play are bars, so I'll go sit at the bar and have a beer and talk to the people sitting there, ask them what kind of music they like, take song requests during breaks and stuff like that, and just let them know who I am, what my mission is, you know, what I've been doing, which I feel like a lot of people are interested in, just because, you know, finding people that are inspired by something nowadays, especially my age, is kind of hard. So That's worked really well. I mean, just word of mouth, like people just go around like, hey, have you heard of this guy? You know?
So, hey, speaking of social media, and marketing and posting daily, didn't you just do some kind of like road trip where you were posting like along the way?
Yeah, I did. I called it, I thought this was clever, but I called it the indie tour that nobody asked for.
Okay.
But yeah, I got in my car and I just started driving. I was planning to go to Sacramento, but I got to the Rockies and hit a terrible like snowstorm. It was ridiculous. I ended up having to like drive, like my headlights froze over and I had to like sleep in my car in a parking lot, which is what I was doing the whole time. But and at like a Sioux Indian reservation. And I ate Burger King there, and everybody was like looking at me like sideways, like I was the only like non-Native American person in this whole place.
Right.
And yeah, I 12 days. I drove 7,500 miles in 12 days. I slept in my car, and I packed 2 loaves of Wonder Bread, peanut butter and jelly, and just let her eat. And I played, I bussed, played live music on the street, for those of you that don't know what that is, in every major city. So I started in Maryland. I went to PA, Ohio, Indiana, Missouri, Colorado, New Mexico, Arizona, Texas, Louisiana, Georgia, North and South Carolina, and then back home.
Wow, man, that's pretty cool. I'm sure that was like a fun thing to do. Do you think that it was like successful marketing wise, like getting your name out there and stuff?
Oh yeah, like the first day I was back, like I don't know what do you guys, when you put music out, do you use like DistroKid or something?
Well, we're using, for the podcast, we're using Podbean. Okay. I am not a writer, so I don't have any original.
I use DistroKid.
DistroKid? Yeah. So like I looked they're always like 2 days behind, but like a day or two after I got back, I looked, and every major city that I hit, I had new listeners in.
Nice.
Cool.
Like on my Spotify and Apple Music, which to me, I feel like I told my wife before I left, I said, if I get one new monthly listener that likes my music, the trip will be worth it. And I got like, I think 200 or 300 new monthly listeners just from driving around for 12 days and talking to people.
Wow.
And I'm sure I talked to more people than that. Like I'm sure I did. But I was out there just playing in the street and talking to I looked crazy, like a homeless guy, you know. But
how did you pick your locations?
I just kind of followed like the road, to be honest.
Okay.
Like I had no plan.
Okay, but so like you just picked a city and looked for a place to set up.
Yeah, pretty much.
Did you have any issues with like? I mean, most cities you got to get a permit, but you know you don't have to, but you kind of do, type of thing. Did you do any of that, or did you just kind of go for it?
The only places that I stopped, I'm trying to think, that had a problem with it, it was the Riverwalk in San Antonio. They're super strict. Like you can play on this patio square, like nowhere else. And you can't play in front of a bank. You can't play in front of a business. You can't play at the Riverwalk, but there were like squares, literally. They had like a map online where that told you where you could play, like the corner of like 3rd and 4th Street. Like it was ridiculous. But that was a pain in the butt. But there was nobody playing. But the places they wanted you to play were like the last place on the planet you'd want to play live music.
Right.
Which I still did it, and, you know, set up a camera and took videos on Facebook and stuff like that. And New Orleans is really big. Like they'll find you. Like they won't even ask like, hey, are you sure that you're supposed to be here, or give you a warning? Like they'll find you. So you have to ask like a business to let you play.
Is probably inundated with people just setting up and playing.
But there was a seafood restaurant, I forget the name of it, that was down there. I asked them, I said, hey, can I set up out front? Because they had like outdoor seating out front, and they let me set up and play. I played there for like 2.5 hours, which is pretty neat. And, you know, handed out CDs and stuff like that.
Did you just play acoustic, or did you have speaker?
Just acoustic.
Wow.
Yeah. I was playing pretty hard.
Yeah.
And singing as loud as I could. But I had a good crowd and people that like. There, I made enough tips in New Orleans to get crawfish for dinner, which I was like, I wasn't spending any money, like gas, like that's it. And that was my goal. And I got enough tips and I was like, man, I want some crawfish. So I stopped and got dinner, which is pretty cool.
That's cool. I was going to ask you if you made any tips. So did you make more tips than that, or was it just that one spot?
Yeah, no, every major city that I hit, other than Colorado Springs, I made like enough tips to get a tank of gas. Cool. And keep rocking.
Nice.
Which is it's pretty neat.
So the whole trip really didn't cost you much?
Nope. And I stayed, not much at all. I stayed in my car 90% of the time. I did stay, a friend of mine, I have friends like all over the country, but I stayed with a friend of mine in Colorado and he ended up booking me a gig. Okay. So I played in Boulder at this like dive bar, which was, but they had like, you would have thought it was like cult classic, the music, the sound system they had.
Oh, really?
It was incredible.
I was going to ask, like, they must have had an in-house PA.
Yeah, like well, I brought one PA speaker.
Oh, okay.
And my bag with like enough cables to set up a microphone and stuff. Uh-huh. But yeah, they had a whole PA. All I had to do was set up like my mic stand and stuff like that.
That's cool, man. It makes me miss being like 20 something and being able, but I mean, you're married, but still like be able to do something like that. That kind of stuff is fun, man. It really is. You know?
It was incredible.
Yeah, I'll bet. I drove across the country with a friend of mine in like 2009. You know, we weren't doing that. We weren't playing music outside, but it was just a road trip, you know, and we did like all the national parks and like camped, you know, the whole time. So we didn't spend a whole lot of money either, but it was a experience for sure, an experience of a lifetime. But that's really cool. So what you got music on Spotify. How many like original tunes do you have
that are recorded?
Yeah, like out there that people can listen to.
I've got an album out which has 10 songs on it, and then I have 3 singles.
Okay.
But the 3 singles that I have out are acoustic versions of what I have on my album.
Okay.
So I wrote another 7 songs and then added a full band feel and re-released them as like a full band album version.
Nice, man.
But they turned out great. I was really happy with how everything turned out. Kind of gives you like a mix between country and rock.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they're full band albums, or the album is full band?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
I had my drummer that's in my band played the whole thing. My bassist played bass on it. I hired a lead guitarist to come in and play some licks, and then I played all the acoustic and did the vocals and stuff.
Where did you record that?
My drummer, Steve Toth, he has a studio in his basement.
Okay.
And he was gracious enough to let me come in, and we worked through it because I had no idea what it took to record songs. I didn't know where to start.
There's a lot to it.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
So he's got some knowledge. I would imagine he's got his own studio.
Yeah. Yeah. My drummer, he was in like a hair metal band in the 80s. He played with Snidely Crunch, which is a cool, it's a weird, well, it's a cool name, but it
is a cool name. Yeah.
And now he plays in, well, he has a band with the same guys, and they call themselves the Relics of Overhill Drive. Okay. But they're all.
I think I like Snidely Crunch better.
Snidely Crunch, but they toured the country and like they opened for like some major bands and like Kicks and stuff like that. But he's an incredible drummer. But he always says, like, when we play, like, "Oh, you ready to soft rock it?" You know, I mean, he can play. Okay. But yeah, he's a very knowledgeable musician. Been doing it for 35 years.
Is the album under Gunner's Rest, or is it under your name?
It's under my name. Yeah, under
Gunner's Rest. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So it's just Nicholas Ray.
Yeah, and the album's called Built for Leaving.
Nicholas Ray and Snidely Crunch.
Not quite.
Snidely Crunch boys. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, that's cool, man. I've listened to some of your live videos on Facebook. I think like you do some like Facebook live stuff sometimes. I did see some of your videos when you were doing the tour that nobody asked for, but I haven't checked out your stuff on Spotify. I'll have to do that.
Yeah, make sure you do. I'm really proud of it. My songwriting is, I think since I wrote those songs, like I probably have like 35 songs written now. And since I've written those, I've come a long way with like my songwriting dynamics, knowing how to like structure a song, not make it too repetitive, and to kind of tell a story. I think that's what my album does, is it'll tell a story from start to finish.
Okay.
It's pretty neat.
So you're thinking macro, you're thinking not just in terms of one song, but you're thinking like multiple songs and as a which is kind of rare nowadays, right? For conceptually anyway, for like an album, to be a cohesive set of things that's not just a bunch of singles that got released or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
I think the challenge of writing an album, or at least the expectations of writing an album, have gone down.
Absolutely.
Just like you said, they're writing singles and nothing like really correlates.
Yeah, I mean, most major artists are releasing like a single at a time, or like 3 songs at a time. And that's just to continue that momentum of like you're front of mind all the time, right? If you release like the old model of like you release an album every 3 years or whatever, so you're like in the public eye, and then you're not, kind of, you know what I mean, or you're touring off that album or whatever. But I know, but most indie artists, it seems like, still do the album thing, and still release singles. And you're what's your for live shows, what's your percentage of like originals to covers that you're doing?
It depends on the venue. Sure. If I'm playing solo like shows, it's probably like I play an original like every 6 songs, 7 songs.
Yeah.
If I'm playing a band show, we do an original or 2 originals a set with the band, and then like the duo, we mix them in here and there. Probably like do like 3 or 4 a set.
Do you find that some people locally are starting to recognize your original songs?
Yeah, I get requests for my music all the time, which is pretty neat. And there's like, I know I have a group of people around here that like know all the words to my songs.
That's awesome.
Stuff like that, which is neat. Like you're playing a show, and like Marlboro Man is probably my biggest like hit so far, which I feel like a lot of people know. Like when I played my album release show at Cult Classic in September of last year, or maybe it was 2 years ago, I can't remember, I'll check. And like we sold the place out, which was awesome. Like for an indie artist, or like for me, like that was a big goal of mine, was to just play at Cult Classic. Like I have a huge respect for Cult and their venue.
Yeah.
And everybody that was there knew Marlboro Man. So I knew that like a lot of people knew it, so I played it last. But when we played it last, like everybody was singing it, and I had like my moment where I was like, yeah,
man,
wrote a song that everybody knows.
Yeah, that's got to be an awesome feeling. I've never experienced that, but I can imagine it would be pretty sweet.
Joe, everyone knows the lyrics to "Leave It on the Nightstand."
Leave it on the nightstand.
Spending all my time with you. Ain't paying the bills.
Man, you remember? I couldn't even remember how it went. It was fun. It was a fun song. I've only written one song that was like decent.
That's true.
The only that's true. The only reason it was decent is because like there was a lot of space for whoever was playing lead guitar to just like rip it up, and the drum beat was cool, which I came up with the rhythm, but I didn't come up with the drum beat. Devin came up with the drum beat.
Yeah.
But
I like the lyrics to it, but whatever.
All right, cool. Thanks, Mike. I appreciate that, buddy.
We're not going to burn those beans.
So, are you going to ask him what is it like in the day of Nicholas Ray? What is a what's the question that you ask everybody?
I don't ask everyone that.
Yes, you do.
I started to. It is a good question. I mean, I like to know like
what's a day in the life?
What's the day in the life of Nicholas Ray?
Yeah.
Just a typical average day.
Yeah, like what happens? Do you get up? Do you have a routine?
It was funny when you asked that to Josh. He was like, "You mean it like a day? Oh, like a today, like a day today, like a day today." His response.
Do you get up? Like some people are like, "Well, I get up at 11 o'clock some days, and I get up at 8 o'clock other days." And some people are like, "I get up at 7 a.m. and I work out and I do." What's your life like?
What do you do every single day?
Since I've been doing music full time, I get up at like 8, 9, go to the gym, come home, make breakfast, practice. I practice probably 3 or 4 hours a day.
What do you practice?
Just most of my band stuff, and obviously like originals, new songs.
Practicing songs.
Yeah, practicing songs. Yeah, and practicing guitar because I have a lot to learn. I think that I'm a great rhythm guitarist, but other than that, I have a lot to learn. And just like watching videos and stuff like that to try to hone my skills. And then during hunting season, I go hunting or I go fishing. It's got a lot of air or a lot of room for doing what I want to do, which is kind of nice.
Cool.
And then just make dinner, hang out with my wife.
Okay. And I mean, I imagine you spend some time booking gigs and marketing and that kind of thing. Do you set specific time aside for that, or is it kind of like?
I usually do that like throughout the day. Like throughout the day, I'm like I stay on Facebook, like or Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and not like doom scrolling, but like creating content and keeping the buzz going and stuff like that. I do that throughout the day, every day, 7 days a week. Like,
that's not to interrupt you, but you're 26. You said. It's interesting. I'm glad to hear that because my son says that Facebook is for old people. Can you believe that? You're
old
not
are you?
old. 42.
Damn.
Told Mike that I thought for about 5 months I thought I was 43. and then I asked ChatGPT, and ChatGPT was like, "No, you're 42." I was like, sweet.
How does it know?
Well, I said I'm this is my birthday. How old am I? I just didn't want to feel like doing the math. I was
Like it knows. I don't like that shit.
Based on your questions.
You'll ask some questions and give you some weird answers. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 42.
You're 42?
Or
Hell yeah.
I could ask ChatGPT.
I hope
41.
I work with you guys when I'm
No, I just turned 42. Yeah, in April.
You always talk about how we're not the same age. We are literally the same age.
Well, now we are, but you're
Now we
older than me still.
Anyway, no, but that's. I mean, so you are not of the opinion that Facebook is for old people.
I think a lot of old people use Facebook.
I mean,
I don't think it's
26 is
for
pretty old in the social media landscape. Your son's like 13, dude.
He's 11.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Yeah, he
to him,
probably
you're-
thinks it's for old people.
he's old.
I grew up with Facebook.
That's true.
So
Yeah. I mean, well, I didn't grow up with Facebook. Facebook. This makes me feel old. I joined Facebook after I graduated college.
damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I think I joined when I was like 14.
Okay.
You know, Facebook originally you couldn't join unless you were in college. Did you know that?
Really?
Yeah, it was like
Only
4
certain colleges.
Yeah, it was like 4 colleges.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you had to be like a enrolled student at a college.
That's weird.
The movie about Facebook is a pretty good movie, actually.
I've never seen it. I don't waste my time.
What's it
with
called? Social Network.
I think I've seen clips of it.
It's a good movie, and it does tell that story, like where it started. I think it started at Harvard, right?
that. Something, yeah, one of those or
Harvard.
MIT or something like that.
Yeah, and then it went to another college, and then another college, and several colleges before it became like public.
It was going to be the Facebook, wasn't it?
I believe it was Facebook. Yeah, they said, according to that movie, anyway. You know, who knows exactly how accurate it is, but yeah, when I was in college, it was MySpace.
Well,
MySpace.
it wasn't. MySpace was the thing you're saying. Facebook wasn't MySpace, isn't it? Like
Yeah, no, I didn't mean it like that. Yes, I meant like MySpace was the thing that was around.
Yeah. That's like for me too. Like that's where I first put
Yes, 'cause
music.
we are the same age.
They all had like you could put like it was actually really nice for like musicians because you had a place where you could put your music. You know, it was like a 1-page website. It was really for a lot of musicians that was the entry because unless you knew how to like script a website or pay someone to do it, you didn't have a website.
I mean,
So
isn't
it's
that
like-
pretty much what it was? Just like a website for each person,
Yeah, but like
or a page for each.
yeah,
person?
but for musicians, it was really awesome because you could put music on there. Like I remember when Facebook came out, I was like, "Where's the spot for me to like put my music?"
Yeah.
Because like on MySpace, it was like somebody went to my MySpace, one of my songs would automatically start playing in their ear. They could, you know what I mean? It was awesome.
Yeah.
But anyway, what's your wife do? Does she work?
Yeah, she's an insurance agent.
Okay, cool.
She works for Hogan's agency in Chestertown. She runs their commercial insurance.
How does she feel about supporting you financially?
I make jokes
You know
about
where
it
I'm
all the
going
time.
you know where I'm going with this.
I make jokes about it all the time and tell her like, hey, because she'll tell me I'm not feeling good. Like, you need to go work and make us some money, honey.
I saw a meme yesterday that said two incomes is better than one, so make sure your wife got 2 jobs.
That's awful.
I've told her, I'm like, you got to take care of me. Like, come on now.
I'm gonna hit it big one day, baby.
Yeah, that's the idea, I think everybody has that idea at some point in their life. They're gonna.
No, man. I mean, it sounds like you got some really good drive. I should have done my research and listened to more of your music before you came on. But the stuff that I've heard sounds awesome, and you are playing a lot of gigs, so you must be talented. People aren't going to pay you to play unless you are. You know what I mean? So that's just the truth of it. You got stuff on Spotify. You know what I mean? So it sounds like you're doing pretty good.
Yeah, it's been crazy. I'm very much I don't like to plan anything really. Like I'm super sporadic, but this is the one thing I plan stuff for. Like music is something that like I drive my family and my wife and all my friends absolutely nuts because that's all I do. Like my whole day is like pretty much consumed with what I want to do with music because I'm just so passionate about it. So
yeah. When you are trying to what's your strategy for getting new gigs at new venues? Do you send out emails? Do you go in person? Do you rely on word of mouth?
I do everything that I can possibly do to get new gigs. So like I kind of follow, when I was a kid, my mom told me if you want to get a job, you have to put a job application in and then you have to call them and then you have to show up in person. Yeah. Which is what I do with music. Like I send emails. I've probably sent, I can't even tell you how many emails I sent to different places. Then I'll get their phone number and I'll call them and let them know I sent them an email. And then once they're like, oh, okay, we'll be in touch, I show up in person. Like not to be annoying or crazy, but it's like people are so busy. I would be very ignorant to assume that myself would be more important than what other people have going on.
Yeah, and especially when you've only sent them an email. Right. I mean, it's kind of lazy to not show up in person if you're trying to,
and that's, I've told a lot of musicians like around here that are trying to get started and like people hit me up and like, hey, you're doing well. Like, you have to be consistent, like I email people, I call them, I show up in person, I buy dinner or I have a beer. I talk to the person who hires music. I make sure that they know that I'm not just sending an email and hoping like it works. 'Cause it's just, people aren't going to hit you up if you just send them an email.
Although, you know what really does help with cold emails? Really high quality video.
Yeah.
I know a guy who does that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
We need to work together.
It really does. That is a big.
It does, yeah.
I mean, that's the first thing they're going to ask for.
Yeah. No, I mean, I am obviously plugging myself and somewhat joking, but for me personally, when I started like doing videos of myself that were not just cell phone videos, like the audio sounded good, the video looked pretty good, and sending a cold email to a brand new spot, if you can send them a link to a video along with that, it's crazy how much better off, how much more likely you'll be to hear back from them. You know what I mean? I'm sure you know that.
I think put it like with that, an EPK, like electronic press kit, is so important.
Yeah, you know what? I just learned what that was when we had Rory on. I had no idea.
If you build one of those, I built one. I went from sending maybe 10 or 12 emails and getting an email back or a phone call back to sending 10 or 12 emails and getting like 8 responses. Yeah. Just because it looks professional. Like I made a email signature block with a custom logo, and then I include my EPK, which has a picture of myself, like my top 15 artists that are on the set list, my Spotify and Apple Music data and stuff like that, and then a link to listen to my music. And I took some videos with Ben Heemstra at Kensington Studio Sessions. I did 3 originals. Looking back, I probably should have done a cover just so that people can be like, oh, I know that song. But they're like professional, like high quality videos. And that's helped out a lot. But I definitely I need to get in touch with you and do something a little bit. Yeah, man. I got some ideas.
Awesome.
Close to the island to go and do some like outdoor like video shoots and record some covers and stuff.
I mean, look at Mike. Like he's on top of the world now because we've done a bunch of videos, but he was like, no one knew.
I was
Mike
basically living in the gutter.
Yeah.
And then Joe came along and recorded me.
I don't know about that.
After we did that first video, he was able to buy himself some of that stuff that he puts in his hair.
Yeah.
What do you use?
And after the second video, he had enough money to dye that little piece of white fringe.
Yeah, a couple more months, I might be able to get like another patch here.
one solid hair color.
Yeah.
Did you dye this?
This is Mike had some extra dye for
Yeah, leftover.
leftover, so I decided to unevenly apply it to my chin.
I got a couple poking in, couple grays.
So you were mentioning story. You like to tell stories. What are some stories that you tell in your music? Like
In my music, I feel like everything that I write and it's a piece of me.
Okay.
And like I write my music strictly based off like how I'm feeling, and I deal with depression, stuff like that, and I write about it, and I feel like that's my therapy. So a lot of my songs tell a story of like something that I went through or things that I'm dealing with, or like one night I sat down and wrote a letter to like God, because I'm like, man, this is the only way I'm able to get stuff out is by writing. So I wrote a letter to like God, literally, and then I made it a song and called it Dear God, which tells a story in of itself. But that's most of my songs are stories. I've written songs about my wife. I've written songs about dealing with like mental struggles. I've written songs that are like more fun, just how I'm feeling.
So typically semi or fully autobiographical stuff. We're not talking about stories of like Bob Dylan stories where he's talking about some other, like he's making up, like almost like writing a fictional piece of work, but in a song. It's more of like stories about your life kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think it's kind of like hard if you listen to it to be like, oh, this might be a story about his life. You know what I mean? The way like I phrase stuff and word stuff. Like I wrote a song that was called Hold On, which if you listen to it, it sounds like a story about me meeting somebody. And they were dealing with these struggles. But really, I wrote the song looking in the mirror. And that's what I envisioned when I wrote the song. It's about me, but it's in the third person. So if you're listening to it, you'll think it's about somebody else, but really it's about me.
Okay.
I bet you a lot of songs were written that way.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, I usually assume even when something is like seemingly not biographical, I assume it is, or at least to some extent, like blah, 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 blah. Anyway, okay, cool.
Like the song "My Car Is Getting Better," is that actually about Amy's car?
No,
that was
I
really
wrote that before I met Amy.
Nick, have you ever heard the song that Mike wrote called "My Car Is Getting Better"?
No, I haven't.
I doubt he has because it's not on Spotify.
It's
not? No.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Well, where can he find it? Because I want him to.
I don't know. I don't actually. Oh, well, it's on YouTube. There's like we did a version of it on YouTube.
My car's getting.
Oh, we did a version where you were like, I was at one of your gigs.
No, we did it up here.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That was one of the first ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a song about his car, but it's like a metaphor for his relationship. Yeah, it's I'm joking, but it really is an awesome song.
People like
I gotta
that
check
song.
It's my favorite Mike Waskey song. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's like it's funny because it's like one of my least favorite, but it's most people. That's a standout song for them. Yeah. They like that one.
Well, it really is. It's a pretty original sounding song. It's not like it doesn't sound like something else. And the lyrics are like, oh, he's talking about his relationship, not his car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm talking about both, actually.
Oh, well, yeah. Because it's a good song. Check it out sometime.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I will.
I'll listen to it. I need to finish that up. I get Shay. We just had Shay on.
Yeah.
He's got a basically done version of that recording. It just needs to be mastered. I really need to get back on that.
Yeah, you should.
Blazed out on that, man.
And then you should pay me a lot of money to do a fresh video for it.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I mean a lot, Mike. Yeah. Like, because you remember a few episodes ago when you told us you were a millionaire?
I'm not a millionaire, first of all. Anyway, so how do you feel like the military shaped your songwriting at all, or did it at all?
I think that I think the struggles that I dealt with in the military helped shape some of my more darker moods, which I think shaped the songs that I write.
Okay.
Because, dealing with being away from home and not being able to talk to your family, or just everything that goes into being in the service, it definitely affected some of the songs that I write. Mm-hmm. I wrote a song about veteran PTSD, which is called American Lie. And I feel like that song pretty much describes the military experience for people that have actually served. I talked a lot about how I think the chorus is I'm trying to think here. It's talking about
put 'em
how
on the spot.
they tell everybody tells you when you join the service that you're going to be really proud of everything that you've done, and I feel like that's a false narrative, and a lot of times you end up feeling guilty,
I
or
can imagine, man.
feeling like you lost time with your family, or a year of my relationship with my wife is gone, and come home and your parents start looking older, and you don't realize how much people age until you're gone for a year.
Yeah.
And you come home and all your friends have moved on and have different interests, and it's just this weird. You have so much free time, and I got a second job when I got home. But anyway, American Lie was probably my biggest one that's inspired by the military, but you should check it out. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's somber. It's pretty
Is
good.
that on Spotify?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna now. I'm intrigued by you describing these songs. I'm definitely gonna listen to this stuff on the way home because that sounds somber, like you said, but still like intriguing to check.
Yeah, it makes me think of Dress Blues. What a good song.
Yeah,
By
yeah.
Jason Isbell. Dress Blues.
I've heard it. I think the first time I heard that, Zach Bryan covered it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he
Yeah.
does do a version of it. What a good song, man.
Yeah, it's a great song. Very, very somber and sad for sure.
Yeah.
Which a lot of his songs are.
And just
somber and sad.
captures these moments,
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah.
I love Isbell.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, he's an amazing artist, really is, and one of those artists that like keeps getting better and better. You know what I mean? Every album and new song that you hear from him is like you can really hear the like maturity, not maturity in the regular sense, but like just how his music and he's maturing as an artist, I guess.
Yeah.
But even the stuff from the Drive By Truckers was freaking awesome.
I probably listen three or four times a week is Live Oak.
Which one's that? That's a live album?
No, Live Oak, the song.
I don't know that one.
Really?
No, I don't. Huh. That's an Isbell song or a Drive By Truckers?
No, it's an Isbell song.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I have not heard that. But some of the stuff from the Drive By Truckers, so the songs that he sings, like Decoration Day, and then the other guy that I always forget his name, the main guy from the Drive By Truckers, I could take him or leave him, but all the Jason Isbell songs from the Drive By Truckers are definitely my favorites.
Shit.
I'm sending myself that song.
Yeah.
Which one?
Live Oak.
Yeah, send it to me.
It starts out like it's like a cappella.
Yeah.
Send it to you too.
Yeah.
This is great. This is great
I
radio.
cover
right
that
here.
song when I play shows, and nobody knows it. But it's just such a powerful song. It starts out like just him singing a cappella, and and then the guitar comes in, and it tells a story about like this guy that like he was like a murderer or something, like a serial killer, and he keeps moving from town to town, and then he found love, and halfway through the relationship she finds out about him, and he ends up having to kill her without her telling somebody else that he was there. And then it's like it's an incredible song.
Wow.
Yeah. Probably autobiographical.
Probably.
Yeah, probably that one definitely.
Yeah, man, he's got a lot of cool stuff. The first album when I like really found out about him was, I don't think it had a name. It was just Jason Isbell and the 400 Unit, but it had, oh man, there was one song called Try, which is like kind of heavy, that I really liked. And then there was another one. We used to play it in Heavy Fred, maybe before even you joined the band. It's right on the tip of my tongue.
The one
man.
about the 90s?
No.
No.
It has Dress Blues on it, this album that
Oh,
we're
wait.
talking
I
about.
was thinking of something else.
No Choice in the Matter. It's like a waltz kind of song.
I don't think I've
It's
heard
like a
that.
waltz blues kind of song. It's real sad. Like it could be autobiographical, but it's kind of in third person. Like he sees this guy in a bar and he's like talking to the guy, but the guy's wife cheated on him. But he is the guy who his wife cheated on him with.
Damn.
Yeah, it's wild, but you
gotta send that to me.
Beautiful song. The guitar solo is one of those ones where it's like it feels like there could be more, but it's like so tasteful and well done. Like he could have played more notes, but it's perfect the way it is,
Leaves you wanting more.
Yeah.
Do you feel like is there things you learned in the military that have helped you with your music career?
I think being structured is a big thing. I was a shithead. I forgot we're allowed to. We can cuss on here, right? Yes. Okay, yeah. I'm just checking. I was kind of I was a shithead before I joined the military, and I didn't really have any direction. I really didn't want to do much of anything at all. So I think that helped give me some drive and some purpose and some direction. Kind of helped me mature and learn how to conduct myself as a professional.
Okay.
So
cool.
Is that why you chose to go into the Army?
No. That's a story. I chose to go in the Army. I used to do garage doors. I worked for a company in Easton. I did it for a couple of years, and I fell asleep behind the wheel. I was like working all summer. It was like my 5th 90-hour week or something.
Wow.
On a Sunday afternoon, and I fell asleep behind the wheel, and I went through a red light, hit somebody head on in their car. Well, I messed them up. I was doing like 55 miles an hour, and totaled their car, totaled my brand new truck, and everybody was telling me, like, at the scene was like, you're gonna get hit with like a charge, like for this. And I'm like, I fell asleep. I didn't do it on purpose. And like, well, if he passes away, like, you're gonna get hit with the charge. And I was like, well, I'm going nowhere. Like, if they look at me on paper, like, I'm going nowhere. And I went to the recruiter office and was like, can I join? And they were like, hell yeah, you can join. I said, when can you get me a basic training? And they said, what? I said, I want to go. Like, well, we can have you there in 2 weeks. And I said, sign me up. And they signed me up. And 2 weeks later, I was standing in Sand Hill in Fort Benning, Georgia, which was rough. But that's why I did it. Because I was like, man, I need to at least show that, like, I'm not some POS, And the guy ended up, he was fine. He was good. He was totally fine.
Yeah.
Nothing happened to him.
You're like, can I unsign up?
Yeah. No.
That guy's fine. So I'm
actually good.
But I was in my mind, like, I'm 19, I'm going, like, I need to figure something out. Right. And like, I was also like serious about this girl that, like, my wife now, but when we were just dating, and I was like really serious about her. I'm like, man, I'm going nowhere. I'm making $12 an hour. I'm working max hours. I never see her. I'm like, I need to do something like further in my career. And it ended up just paying off so much, just so much.
Yeah. So so you were saying you had no structure, or you lacked structure going into the military. Now, when you go in the military, I've never been in the military, but I've got a lot of friends that were, and it's like, sounds like there's a certain amount of ease to it in that all your decisions are kind of made for you, right? It's like, here's what to do when to do it. So coming out of the military, I could see that being a little bit of a shock. Like, all of a sudden, no one's telling me what to do. Was there any or any other transitional problems or things that you ran into?
There's a similar syndrome, I guess, or there's another word for it, but like when people get out of prison, like, where it's like everything's structured, and then they're like, they don't know what to do because, now they can make all their own decisions. I'm sure it's not nearly that extreme, but comparable kind of thing.
I mean, it sounds like you had a lot of time on your hands in Kosovo, which maybe was helpful or whatever, but
getting out was really weird. I thought that I would be really upset when I got out, and my last day I drove off post and I was just like, felt free. But learning how to have some structure in between now and then has been difficult. I think I finally, the last couple months, I kind of hit a stride where I have like my routine and stuff. But for a couple months after I got out, it was like a free for all. I was getting up at like 1 PM, then like starting my day, going to bed at like 2, because it's just like, was weird. I was used to getting up at 4 and driving an hour and a half to work, and then working until 5, and then drive an hour and a half home. So it was weird.
In the military? Is that
Yeah,
what you drove? Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I was staying in Chestertown, but I was stationed in Aberdeen. Like my job was in Aberdeen.
Oh wow.
So I had to drive back and forth. I could have gotten a place like on post or close to post, but I didn't. I don't want to be over there.
Yeah, see, I'm picturing. I guess I don't. I just picture. I assume you like live on post. I never even thought about. Yeah, you could be like living in a regular house and like going.
So would you do it over again? Like if you were 19 again, would you enlist again?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be dead or in prison if I hadn't have done it. My life wasn't going. I was an idiot. I was making decisions strictly because they were bad. I was like, hell yeah, this will probably mess my life up. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Be a good story later.
Because it's like, it's at some. I feel like that's the only negative thing about like what we were talking about with homeschooling is like, I felt like I wasn't cool, because I was homeschooled. So like I did all the things that I thought were like, oh, people think I'm cool if I do this,
Overcompensate a little bit.
A lot of it. And I wasn't going anywhere. I would do it again. If I could go back and make myself do it a year earlier, I would have.
Yeah.
Because that year that I was in limbo, like I left Maryland, I was living in Texas, and that was a mess. And, I would never ever say that I regret what I did or my service. Now I'm not going to go back in.
Yeah. No, I mean, I can totally understand that, man. Having that structure, especially like when you're young and maybe you're going in the wrong direction and you can't kind of change it on your own, it can be really good for some people, but I can understand the other part of it when you were talking about that like false narrative of getting out of the military and being very proud and patriotic, but sometimes you actually are like ashamed or feel guilty, or you don't have that same sense of accomplishment that you thought you might have had. I don't know. It's a very double-edged sword. It's coming from someone who's never been in the military. It seems like it's a double-edged sword.
You get 10% off at Lowe's.
Yeah,
you get 10% off at a lot of places.
Till you get out.
Until you get out. Oh, really?
Yeah, if you don't do 20 years, they don't give you a veteran. Yeah.
What the fuck?
That's it.
Jesus.
I thought that I would get like a vet, because I technically I have like veteran status or whatever now, but I thought I would get like a veteran ID and still be able to get like discounts and stuff. I have my old one in my wallet because I'm like, I was a veteran, and show up, people give me like 10%, but they don't give you a veteran ID. I can't go on military posts without like getting a guest pass.
Oh, you can't go to commissary?
Nope.
Dang, bro.
I bet a lot of places still like honor it though.
Oh yeah.
Because I would imagine that most people have the opinion that that's ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
yeah, they changed that like 4 years ago.
Oh, they did change it?
Yeah, it used to be like you would get a veteran card regardless. Like if you did your service, like they give you
That's
like they call it a common access card or a CAC for short. I knew that one. And they would give it to you as a veteran because.
Good one.
Sorry, I had to throw it in there.
What's his name? No. But yeah, now they like 3 or 4 years ago they said nope. If you don't do 20 years, you don't get anything.
Crazy, man.
It's weird.
Hold on, Lowe's said that, or the
No,
military?
the military.
Like
But
now.
I still have my old military ID, and like if I go to like, if I ask them, I don't feel bad about it. Like I did my 6 years.
You go into Lowe's, they're like, wait, how many terrorists have you killed? Only 3? No, we're not getting. You're
What were
paying
their
full
names?
price.
You owe extra.
Yeah.
That's the beef I have with hotels.
Yeah.
Like all hotels offer a military discount.
Yeah, most
ask
places do.
You ask them what their military rate is what they call it. And they'll tell you it's like 15%. But I'll call like a hotel, in my travels and be like, hey, do you have a military discount? Yes. What is it? 15%. I'm like, okay. How much is it a night then? $200. I'm like, okay. I said, but online booking, it says it's $200. So what's your military discount? And they're like, oh, that's our online booking discount.
Right.
It's like, so you don't have a military
You got to ask them what their rate is first,
Right.
and then say, okay, what's your military rate?
I've been back and forth. Like I stay at the Hilton, like that's where I like to stay, and I've been back and forth to the people and be like, yo, if I buy it online, it's $200. Yes. If I come in person and give you my military ID, what's the discount? Oh, it's $200. I said, so anybody gets a military discount. Well, no, sir. I'm like,
They're getting the online discount.
we're just going to keep going in circles here.
What's the online military
Beef.
discount?
I'm like, so what?
It's
So
ridiculous.
I served overseas and I have to pay $200, and these people have it, but they booked online, so they get the discount anyway. I'm like, that's insulting.
It is. It is ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, it is kind of weird though that like most of the time, if you book a hotel in person, it is usually more expensive than it is if you went on like hotels.com or Expedia or something.
Well,
Isn't that
like
weird?
The place around here, like at the Jetty, they say they're booked if you show up in person, but if you go online, they have rooms available.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
I had them turn me away, and then I went online and booked the room that they told me they didn't have, and walked in. They were like, "Well, sir, we told you that we had no vacancy." I was like, "I just booked it online." And they're like, "Oh, we save a certain number of rooms for online." I'm like, "Why didn't you tell me that? Like, what do you want me to see?
Yeah,
My
just
car?"
tell me to go online. Like,
Right. Like, I'm hammered. I left the Jetty. I'm like, I need a room.
Yeah. Or could you
I've
just
done
book
it
it online
before.
for me?
Where I went into the hotel and they tell you what the rate is at the front desk, and then I'll go on Expedia and I'm like, oh, well, it's cheaper on here. So I would literally just stand at the front desk and book it on Expedia.
Yeah.
It's so I'm like,
ridiculous.
this is the dumbest thing ever, because I'm literally standing in front of you, but your rate is more than it is on my phone. So I'm just going to go and book it through this third party. Then you'll get the notification, and then you can give me my hotel key.
I lose brain cells trying to.
It's so
trying to
weird,
figure
man.
that out.
Yeah, there's lots of things that are just screwy.
So I think it was we weren't recording before when we talked about this, or maybe it was
We're not
before
recording now.
Oh, okay, good. Well, this is perfect time to talk about
Just
it.
say whatever you want, Mike.
You have plans to move to Nashville, right? Mm-hmm. Right? Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
October.
Tell us about that.
October, it's been a 2-year plan. So I made a list of things that I have to do in order to go. And now it's just find a job down there, which I have a job interview at 5 o'clock today for
Sex Toy Factory?
sex. How'd you guess? First try. That's crazy.
You just have that one.
Are you going to be making
knew it
them
was
or-
either
or
Hilton or-
trying them out?
Both. It's like a 2-for-1.
I got you.
Now, what is
You
it?
paid extra for that.
Sales for garage doors.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know everything there is to know about. Like, if you ever need a garage door, by the way, let me know.
Okay.
But I know everything there is to know about a garage door. Like, there's, which you might not think there's a lot, but there's any brand, anything. So I applied for a sales position, and they hit me up and said, like, hell yeah.
That's cool. So your plan is to go there to pursue music.
Yes. Yes. But I mean, everybody has a job down there, and you know, rent and everything else is actually cheaper than it is around here.
Yeah.
But my wife and I, our plan is to, once we get hired, is to go down, and get an apartment and all that stuff, and then start sometime in October.
That's cool,
Are
man.
you going to be in Nashville? Or are you going to be out on the outskirts? Or
Probably going to be north of Nashville in like Springfield area. It's like 25 minutes away.
Yeah.
I'm not a city person. I grew up
yeah.
in the sticks. I don't know if I could live in the city, dude.
Did you watch the episode with Jason Morton?
I did not.
Oh my goodness.
You
You,
should
should watch that. Jason spent some time in Nashville, and he talks a little bit about it on the episode. We should have both of you guys on the same time,
That'd be cool.
and then you could just, Mike and I could just hang out and listen.
You could take a nap.
I could.
Mike could take a nap.
Oh, that'd be the best episode ever.
We should do an episode where you take a nap. That would
Just
be
set up a
pretty
cot
funny.
in the background.
I've got a little mattress back there.
You should
We
talk-
should do a skit where you're sleeping and like we wake you up. Some kind of really
Dude, I
ridiculous
saw this video the other day. This guy, his wife was asleep, and he like set up an Uno game and like put a hand of Uno cards in her hand. Like, and the caption was like convincing my wife that we were playing Uno, and she fell asleep. And he like wakes her up. He's like, "Babe, like it's green, go!" Like, and she's like, "What's going on?"
Oh, we're playing it. Dude, some of the videos that are on Facebook now are like, it's crazy, like the stuff that people think about. There's a lot of those like couples ones, you know. I'm trying to convince Jen. She loves them. And I'm like, we should totally do this. I do videography.
Yeah.
She won't do it with me.
probably make $1 million like it.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, and
Get rid of this podcast crap.
this podcast crap gets like 20 views per episode.
Yeah.
No, the Jay Corsi Willis, I keep saying Josh because that's what we call him, but he goes by Jay Corsi Willis. His episode is up to almost 500 views now on YouTube, which is not much, but
Still great.
For an hour and a half. For long form, it's pretty good. For
yeah.
an unknown podcast.
I mean, that doesn't mean that 500 people watched the entire thing. It means that 500 people watched it. It looks like about 30% watched the entire thing, which is pretty good.
Josh is like pretty big around here, so
Oh yeah, for sure.
he's got a great following.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. And Mike said some really funny stuff during that episode.
We were all laughing.
I think I saw the
we
beginning.
were all
I saw the beginning of it. I might be one of the 5.
And then Mike offended you and you clicked.
I'm hard to offend, bro. I'm hard to offend.
Oh man. So let's see what else, Mike. You got what other questions did you have for our guest Nicholas?
I did have some other questions, but they've fleeted my mind.
Is there anything that you really that you're promoting like right now?
Yeah, I got a song dropping on June 5th.
Oh, that's coming up.
Yeah, it's called That Ain't Today.
Okay.
Will this
That
be
ain't
up
today.
on-
No, it won't be. So to be perfectly transparent with you, this episode will not be live until after June 5th. So hopefully people
It'll be out
will
then.
watch it and then, they'll listen to it and then
go
they'll
check it
watch
out.
this.
Yeah, you'll
June
get a
5th.
huge bump.
If it's after that, go check it out. That Ain't Today. Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And That Ain't Today. That's the name of the song.
Yep. Just a single.
Can you sing it for us right now?
No.
No, I'm just kidding.
Guitar.
It's a pretty good song though. It's probably one of my best so far. It's got a full band feel. Very, very, very country. I got steel guitar player playing on the whole thing.
Nice.
It turned out great.
Who's playing steel guitar?
Shoot.
Aaron?
No.
Is it a local guy?
He's from like the Annapolis area. He's
Probably Arn.
Is it?
How do you say Arn's last name? Starts with a B.
Bukeister or something.
Bukeister,
I don't think it's him.
Really?
No. I think his name I know Dan was on the drums.
Dan's a good drummer. The same guy that plays with Ryan Keith.
He got a beard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a videographer also.
Yeah,
He
he's-
works with Ben Heemstra.
He's the one that did a couple of videos with me, Ben.
He's a great drummer, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the steel guitarist name. I feel bad. Maybe it's Matt. That name's sticking with me. Matt something.
It could be, I don't know his real name. Ginger Wolf plays.
He's playing a couple shows with
That
me.
guy's
actually.
awesome too. Yeah.
I hired him to play. I'm playing at 2 full band shows at Red Eyes. I hired him to come play.
Oh, cool.
Play with us, and
That'll be fun.
He's incredible. I mean, he set this whole thing up. The setup took twice as long as him playing for the song, and he took 2 takes, 2 or 3 takes on the song, and we ended up using like the first one.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just incredible. But the song really came to life. It just talks I like to tell stories, and it just talks about like finally dealing with things that I haven't dealt with in my past, and just moving forward, not letting mistakes and stuff in the past like define who you are.
That's cool, man. Yeah, I'm excited to hear that. Does he have red hair?
The steel guitar?
The steel guitar player. No. That Mike mentioned that guy Ginger Wolf. I don't know him.
Yeah, there's not a ton like
Personally,
I mean,
He's really good.
that we know
that
about.
guy's got red hair. Yeah, we need to know what the guy's name
I'm gonna
is.
find out.
All right. Mike and I will just sit here until you figure it out. Let's do
Practice our song.
The Shift with Mike and Joe.
with Mike and Joe.
Your timing was off. I think it's a great idea for
It is a great idea.
He's gonna kill me if he ever watches this. Thomas.
Thomas,
Matt.
yeah, that's
Yeah, it's not Matt.
Ginger Wolf.
Thomas.
Thomas.
Oh, okay.
Thomas, I can't remember his last name.
I don't know the guy's
He
actual.
plays with Daphne.
Yeah, the same guy that plays with Daphne Ekman.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that guy's
Have him
freaking
on as steel guitar.
guitarist.
Yeah, that's Ginger Wolf.
Sorry, Thomas, you're amazing.
Yeah, that
he
dude
is- he is
he
awesome.
is amazing. Yeah,
Dude, he did solos on my like steel guitar solos on the breaks, and he just killed it. Just killed it. It just sounds like the super like indie country vibe that I was going for. So
yeah.
Cool, man.
Dude, there's some really amazing musicians just around.
it's crazy.
You know, the guy we just mentioned, Aaron. I can never even try to pronounce his last. Bukeister, is that it? He's an amazing musician just all around, but his steel guitar playing is really, really good too.
hell yeah.
Yeah. I think he does pedal steel. I think does Ginger Wolf do, or Thomas does pedal steel, or does he do lap steel?
He does both.
Okay.
Yeah, he does both.
Right on.
Yeah, he asked me what I wanted. I was like pedal steel,
Okay. Yeah.
which is it's such a cool instrument too.
Oh, dude.
Like you can tune the strings from the top on both ends.
Mm-hmm.
So you have on both ends on the top and the bottom, which are it's weird. So like depending on where you press the pedals, will give you your key, and then you can tune to that key there, and then let it go, and it's in a different key when you release the pedal.
Wow, I did.
Which gives you that like wah, wah, wah. But yeah,
It's just like it's a lot to keep track of
I'll bet.
as a player.
Well, it adds so much to country music. I mean, it really does. Like, it just
Glues
builds
everything.
it glues everything together. That's a better way to put it.
it was the missing piece on the scratch track for sure.
Yeah.
It really was. Once he did that, I mean, I felt like we hit like just an incredible stride. Now it's getting mastered by a gentleman in Nashville, but once it's done, it's a badass song.
That's awesome. That is very cool. Well, Nick, we are running to about our time limit, so we're going to have to wrap it up. But thank you very much for coming out here, man. Good luck with all your musical endeavors and the Nashville trip. I'm definitely going to check out your Spotify stuff. I'm sorry I didn't do that before we sat down.
Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely, man. We'll have to have you back again, in the future once you're a huge star and you can help us get more views on Apple Podcasts.
But until then, you're not welcome back.
Yeah, no problem.
No. We're gonna eventually gonna cycle through everyone again. We got a big long list of people that we're getting on, and then we're gonna try to go back and get everyone on again.
Yeah, but
See where everyone's
it's
at.
awesome to get like all these local artists and local people around here, to come on the podcast. It helps us. It helps you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because we are on Apple Podcasts, Mike. So
Y'all are big hits in your own
exactly. I
your
mean,
own space.
I looked at it earlier today, and there have been 30 downloads so far.
We've made sure that topically we will never be more than local. It's like, I think the whole point of it is very local.
Well, you gotta start somewhere, right?
Yeah, it's cool. It's fun.
And Nick is going to Nashville, so the next time we have him, he'll be a national act.
Yeah, cool.
Or you could bring it up to me. We could do a podcast there.
That'd be cool.
On the road podcast.
Yeah,
that's an interesting idea. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
that's cool. All right, man. Well, thanks again. We'll hit you up when you get to Nashville.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
Goodbye,
Thanks,
everyone.
bye. You gotta wave to each other's cameras.